glass backs, you are kind of getting different camera setups on both as well, which I'll go ahead and hit on right now. The OnePlus 8T has a quadruple camera setup, a 48 megapixel wide-angle lens, a 16 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, 5 megapixel macro lens, then a 2 megapixel depth sensor. With the iPhone 12 has a dual camera setup, a 12 megapixel wide, then a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Now here's the thing, and here's the most important thing to keep in mind. Just because a phone has more camera sensors doesn't necessarily mean it's a better camera overall. And this is another classic case. I mean, we have a macro and depth lens. Who's going to use those? Like, it's just kind of like a showpiece. Like, oh, look at my phone, it has more cameras. It really doesn't add that much if I'm being completely honest on a day-to-day basis. But they both can do 4K at 60, which is really nice. And I've said this before though, Android has always had more features built into their cameras than on iOS or on iPhones in general. So that's kind of an annoying thing if I'm being completely honest. I feel like if Apple were to extend, their software and just put more features in their cameras, that would make the cameras just that much better in my opinion. But regardless, you are still getting really good cameras on both. They both can do 4K at 60 like I stated. However, I think the front cameras are where the bigger differences lie. So on the OnePlus 8T, you can only do 1080p videos at 30 frames per second, which is insane. It's a 16 megapixel sensor, which is good, but only 1080p, like that is insane to me. Whereas on the iPhone 12, we actually have that capability of doing 4K at 60 on that front camera, which is amazing. And that's another really huge reason to pick up the iPhone 12. I mean, that's a really, really good camera setup on that phone. You're getting 4K at 60 on the front and the back. With the OnePlus 8T, you're only getting 4K at 60 on the back. So in my opinion, from testing both these cameras and using them for a while now, I can definitely tell you you're going to be getting a better camera setup overall on the iPhone 12 than on the OnePlus 8T in my opinion. So in terms of cameras, that pretty much covers it up. Now